is Pam Smelling.
How long have you lived in Lambeth?
I've lived in Lambeth all my life. Now, I won't tell you how old I am.
When did you first ever start working for Lambeth Council?
Back in 1979 as a helper in a primary school.
Why did you decide to go into the service sector?
I wanted to help people. I thought I had a gift for helping people.
What have your employers thought of you over the years?
The references I've seen have been very good and ones to be proud of.
What sort of things have they said?
I was reliable, I had good relationships with the clients, with staff, that I was a good team member, high integrity.
Are you involved in any other activities?
I'm a volunteer worker within a youth community local to the town. I'm on the management committee and I help with the fundraising and with the children's club.
Did you just have an event this weekend?
We had a massive jump there.
And how much money did you raise that is?
£3,000, thank you.
And why are you in the position of doing such jumble sales to raise money?
Because not enough money comes in from the local authorities. We have to raise money, really, to keep the youth club open 5 nights a week.
Well, why do you devote so much time to the youth club?
Because I was a young person in Lambeth, and it was a youth club that gave me hope and a purpose in life, and wanted me to reach my full potential.
Have you noticed anything unequal in the treatment of the different youth centers by the council?
Well, asking around other clubs, I find that our club is very much underfunded compared to other clubs in the locality. A few years ago, we would know what other youth clubs had. It was printed out, what each club got. That doesn't happen anymore. You only find out by asking.
And where is your club located?
In the town hall ward of Brixton.
And did you notice that another club was not being funded very well either?
The Ralston Road Youth Club, I found out last year, didn't get any funding, and nor did we, but we fought for it, and we got our £1,870 back.
Have you tried to bring about greater racial equality in your youth center?
I have. I've always been part of that youth club, having been a former member. But over in time, many of our young people were from the black community. So we had mainly white workers and an all-white management committee. And I felt it was right that we should encourage more black youth workers, more black people onto the management committee. And hopefully that has happened over the years.
What made you want to do that?
Well, if I was a black young person, I would like to see a black worker. I'd like to have a role model. I'd like to feel there was a black person who would understand what I'm feeling.
Now, you first started to work for the council in 1979. At some point, did you work for Community Alarm for LCAP?
Yes, 4 years ago, I saw the job being advertised, and I went for it, and I got it.
Okay. And how did you feel about the job?
It's a lovely job, helping people. You're at the end of a telephone line and dealing with emergencies. You have to be quick, you have to know what you're doing, you have to be sure. And I thought LCAS gave a great service.
Now, most of the time, did you basically get along with colleagues and managers?
Yes, I believe I did.
So for most of the time that you worked there, you didn't have any problems?
One or two issues, but nothing major. I tend to speak up if I feel something is wrong. Then I would, within supervision meetings, I would say how I felt.
And did you ever get victimized for any of that?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Did you begin to notice anything different in the treatment of black and white workers?
When I went to community alarms, a lot had happened before I got there, and I listened, and I didn't know. You listen and you don't take sides, perhaps sit on the fence. There's always a bit of truth in something. But over the course of time, I came to sympathise with a lot of what was being said. And I was part of the investigation when I was there a year, and we were all told we had to go to this meeting, and I was there for 2 hours to talk about the working conditions of LCAS. And I spoke openly, I spoke honestly, but we never had that report. We never heard the results, the full report.
Did you begin to see anything about how black and white workers were treated that were coming into work?
It's very difficult. We were only working with one colleague at a time. We were never there all the same time. But we did have some staff who were there one day and on the next temporary staff, and it just seemed strange that we had 4 black workers who, over a period of time, were dismissed for one reason or another. Everything's very hush-hush, nothing is brought out into the open. You can only find out by delving and asking questions.
So just things like that started to signify to you that there might be something wrong?
Yes.
Did you begin to hear about racist comments being made by the manager of the section?
Only really through the leaflet that was put out.
Did black colleagues tell you they felt discriminated against?
They felt they were being treated unfairly, not because, they didn't say it's because I am black, but, you know, I feel that certain persons got it in for me. I don't get the holidays I request, and things like that, as I could probably go along. I normally got what I wanted.
Did you think that the discipline of Eugenie Small and her colleague, Elaine Davies, was fair or appropriate?
It was very, very wrong, and that's when I really saw red, and I was angry because it was so unfair. They weren't even allowed to talk about what happened, and yet we knew that something was being brought against them. We weren't allowed to discuss wheelchairs or procedures. It was all very hush-hush, and it was only by talking to them and saying, now look what's happening here, that the truth came out. And when they were told that the case had been heard and they were being dismissed, the majority of the team got together and wrote a letter to Anya and said, this is so unfair. Any of us could have been in their shoes. Let them speak up, let them defend themselves, let it come out into the open. Give them a fair chance. And we sent a copy to the union and to the director of that letter. And I hope because of that letter that they were given a chance to defend themselves. And I went along as a witness to that and spoke up for them and said how wrong it was. Punishment didn't fit the crime if it was a crime.
Do you think they would have been treated that way had they been white?
I don't think they would have been treated like that had they been white.
Is that why you were willing to sign a complaint along with 6 other of your colleagues that mentioned race discrimination?
Yes, and because of the other 2 colleagues, 3 colleagues who were there on a temporary basis, but were dismissed at short notice without any respect, any human regard, and go, like that, you see, prop marched out.
And those had been black and Asian employees?
Yes.
So you signed a race discrimination complaint, and was that sent to the chief executive?
Yes.
What did you want Faith Boardman to do in response to that complaint?
Investigate, ask questions.
You thought there was something that was there that should be looked at?
Yes.
Did she investigate?
As far as I know, she did not.
How long ago was it that that complaint was made?
That's been over a year ago.
What happened to you as a result of signing that complaint?
Well, what happened to me is that, as you know, I went through the disciplinary case for Eugenie and Elaine. And while that was going on, something happened into our control centre, something that mirrored the incident. And the union got to hear of it, and they challenged management about it. And as a result of that, I was then charged with gross misconduct. and it was held over me for a year, and then there was restructuring came up, and I was told, you either go, accept the package, or you face gross misconduct.
Now, in all your years, working for Lambeth in all your years, had you ever been brought up on any disciplinary?
Never, ever.
What do you think the real reason was for those gross misconduct charges?
I think it's because I challenged management, and they would rather see me not there, out of bounds.
And do you think in specific it's because you challenged them about racism?
I think so. I think I got the vote, and it will be tidier just to get rid of me.
Now, do you think you did anything in any way that should have led to a disciplinary case being brought against you?
No, I'm the one for procedures, and if any of my colleagues would say to me, what should I do? I said, there is a procedure book there, look into it, check it out. But there is nothing on wheelchairs, unfortunately. We were never allowed to discuss wheelchairs after the incident. No, sir.
And after they had dismissed Eugenie Small for doing one thing, and you for doing the exact opposite, is that correct? The thing they said she should have done, that you did do.
Oh, I did, and I followed it through. I followed procedures. And in fact, my line manager, the manager above her, and the union said, you have done nothing wrong. You followed procedures. But the manager above that gave me three charges of gross misconduct.
How did you end up leaving the council?
Well, the management wanted to resolve all that was going on. They called in ACA, the union. Management called it in. They came up with a package. But the agreement was we should withdraw our letter of complaint to the chief exec. And for that, they would take away the gross charge against me and the others. That we would be given enhancement. Very nice of you. Yes.
We'll give you a redundancy.
Pardon?
So they said you will give you a redundancy if you withdraw the complaint of race discrimination, and then we'll withdraw the gross misconduct charges.
That was all part of the package. That was what I believed up to the very last minute. And then the week before, that wasn't so.
Is that blackmail?
Yes.
Are you employed? Are you employed today?
No, I'm not employed today. I need to find some part-time work. I'd like to work with vulnerable people.
And why haven't you?
Because often, and the very form I wanted to fill in said, have you ever had disciplinary action taken against you? If yes, was it resolved? Did you leave before it was resolved?
So they never withdrew the gross misconduct charges from your record?
No.
Was there any discrepancy in the money that you were originally promised?
We were promised the over 50s that they would get an extra week a year, and the under 50s. But it turned out it was only for the under 50s. It was a mistake. Even though it was in writing, it was a mistake. And if I didn't want to accept it, they would go ahead with the gross misconduct. I had no choice, really.
Do it all over again, would you sign a complaint?
I would.
Tell us why.
Because it was right, and my conscience wouldn't let me stand by and be a particularly good worker in Elaine and Eugenie, who I have so much respect for, go through that again. Somebody had to speak out, and I couldn't live with myself if I didn't.
Why did you decide to come here to testify today?
Because I have great respect for Alex. I know he's a thorn in the flesh, the Lambeth,